This is where we're going to spark some fucking arguments here, chat. So be prepared. The best superhero ever. What makes Spider-Man so good? Now, before we get into this, I don't dislike Spider-Man, okay? But I'm going to shit on Spider-Man to prove that he is not the best superhero. So many people, for some reason, think Spider-Man's the best superhero, and I have some of my chatters say, let alone the best fictional character. Crazy take. He's not even top 5. He's maybe top 10 superheroes, not even top 10 fictional characters. Great hero, horrible take that he's the fucking best hero. It makes no sense. Lock in.
A man, more a boy, and more a man than a spider, yet arguably more a hero than anything else. Today, we're going to be talking about the one, the only, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and what exactly it is that I think makes him so good. Now, the TLDR answer to this question is usually something along the lines of, he's the most relatable hero, and that with great power comes great responsibility. And those are all fine, if not vague ways of answering that question.
What the fuck was Drake Bell in Spider-Man?
After all, Peter Parker isn't a wandering martial artist, vengeance-fueled former Marine, or a golden adamantine-plated ultra-billionaire playboy. You get what I'm saying. So, right out of the gate, he's a lot more relatable than a huge swath of the Marvel or DC hero lineup. And yet, despite this, I truly believe that what makes Spider-Man so great is something that transcends his
I'll give him relatability, right? I will give Spider-Man relatability. Yeah, it's true you can't relate to Tony Stark and shit. But relatability alone is not making somebody a better superhero or a cooler superhero than others, right? Just because you can't say, oh, I could be Spider-Man, just because you can't say, oh, I can't be Tony Stark, doesn't mean that Tony Stark is a bad hero, or that Iron Man's a bad hero.
Sure, we all love the mild-mannered, awkward, humor-loving nerd that is Peter Parker, and yet, do we really love mild-mannered, awkward nerds in general? I mean, I guess, kinda, but I've got bad memories and stretched underpants that would argue otherwise. So, let's do a quick recap of that classic Spider-Man story in the hopes that it helps to...
It is facts that half of the motherfucking Spider-Man super fans would bully his ass in middle school or some shit. Or, like, high school. Like, if he wasn't Spider-Man, he would be literally just a nerd. And I'm not dissing him, but I'm saying, like, if he wasn't like, Tobey Maguire, he would just be, like some random guy. He would just be like a dude that probably plays League of Legends every night. And that's all he does, right? Like that's modern day Spider-Man is just a League of Legends hard stuck fucking silver mid laner. That's Peter Parker today.
Really quick though, I want to remind everyone that August is actually Spider-Man's birthday. So if you're a fan of the character, drop a happy birthday in the comments.
Oh my god.
And hell.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Happy birthday, Spider-Man. Happy birthday, Spider-Man.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man, the little bastard? How about just an ordinary nerdy kid who has a fateful encounter with a supercharged arachnid during a school field trip? He's bitten and bestowed with great, vaguely spider-themed powers. And after trying to use these powers to help himself a bit and letting a criminal
more realistically would die. More realistically, Peter Parker, the whole movie of Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man, is a 20-minute movie. He goes on the field trip, gets bit, and then an hour later, dies of cardiac arrest. He can't breathe. His heart stops pumping. Because the poison that was just injected into him doesn't mutate him, rather makes him die. And even then, it would still be a better movie than Marvel Eternals. I always say that. It still would be. It would be a better movie. Marvel Eternals was the worst fucking movie I've ever seen.
He is brought to a greater perspective by the death of his uncle Ben, who was coincidentally killed by that very same criminal. All this because Uncle Ben did what his nephew wouldn't and stood in the man's way. After hunting the man down in vengeance, Parker has an epiphany and comes to truly understand and ultimately live by the last sentiment shared to him by his beloved uncle. With great power comes great responsibility. It's a great backstory, but still not really super unique. Batman experiences something similar, though he is less culpable, and while the man in the Batsuit has his own...
Okay, Batman blows. Batman blows because Batman's just a rich guy that refuses to use guns, and his capability, or his fucking, not using guns rule makes it so he never kills anyone that's bad, and then they just end up getting out and fucking killing other people. Batman movies are great, but Batman as a fictional character is an idiot. He is just a filthy rich... It's like if Elon Musk decided he wanted to fight crime and he'd only use his fists and he wouldn't, really try to stop... He would stop the guy that was doing something wrong, but he wouldn't make it so he would never get out because he ends up just giving him to the police and then the guy escapes because he's fucking smarter than the cops are. It's like, oh my God. Spider-Man's better than Batman. I'll say that. The newest Batman movie is amazing. With Robert Pattinson, one of the best fucking movies I've ever seen. But Batman usually, in reality, would end up killing more innocent people trying to stop the bad guy than actually stopping the bad guy.
And is arguably the hero who built the house.
And then when he's standing there and all the people on the side of New York City are going, kill him! Kill him! Just kill him, it'll stop the problem. I don't kill my enemies. I don't use guns. I'm gonna give him to the cops. He gives him to the cops. And then he escapes and kills like 150 people. And then everybody's looking back at Batman and they're like, hey man, maybe you should have, fucking locked him in a better cell. All I do is vengeance. Okay.
So what is it that makes Parker so inspiring? Well, I think I've figured it out, and it may seem obvious at first, but bear with me here. The quality that truly sets Spider-Man apart from most other heroes is self-sacrifice. But so good, all heroes practice...
What? Yeah, I'm literally this emoji guy with the glasses. What do you mean? I'm gonna be... Yeah. What do you mean? Fucking every superhero does self-sacrifice.
Practice self-sacrifice. It's practically in the name. Yes, but so good, even Thor does that. Everyone does that. Well, kinda, but so good. Why don't you talk about how Peter is burdened by his powers instead of being uplifted by them like most heroes are? Okay, no, that is where I draw the line. Peter Parker is super strong, super fast, can climb walls effortlessly, and has motherfucking spider sense. Aside from some man-spider quirkiness later on, no part of that combination is inherently self-sacrificing or bad. And if you think it is, then you're missing the point. It's not like Spider-Man gives up years of his life every time he uses his powers, and it's not like he burns through his life force either. Contrary to self-sacrificial powers, Spider-Man could actually be rich through a variety of different avenues, industries, and gimmicks just through using the powers that he currently has. He could be a super genius.
So could every fucking one of them. Yeah, if Peter Parker wanted to, he could enroll in the United States military and just be the one guy and just fucking fight every war ever. We would never need anybody to be in the military for fucking eternity. It would just be Spider-Man versus fucking Russia. And that could be a movie in itself, and he would just fucking kill all of them because they wouldn't be able to shoot him. Yeah, any of them could do that. He could fucking abuse his powers. That's just the show The Boys. Right? Like, that's the realistic heroes. That's why people like that fucking show. Oh my God. I don't understand what the point he's trying to make is. Like, yes, every hero does self-sacrifice. Not every hero, but for the most part, every hero is putting themselves in harm's way to save others.
And create technology worth millions. Or maybe be a world-class spy, or a super soldier who could rival the likes of Cap and Bucky themselves. He could even be a world record-setting poker player, what with the fucking spider sense. And hell, of course we've all heard about his long-lost wrestling career. But he isn't any of these things. Do you know why? It's because he's too busy saving our asses from the larger burdens of our everyday lives. Plus the supervillains and insane natural disasters that just so happen to afflict New York on any given Sunday. Think about this. In Thor 1, the whole plot revolves around Thor being forced to lose most of his powers and learning to be self-sacrificing for the good of others despite his own...
Oh my God, yes, I understand what he's saying. And he self-sacrifices all the shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull this shit out of my fucking ass here. If Spider-Man really wanted to fix crime in New York City and be the friendly neighborhood spider that he really is, He could do it so much better being a fucking politician and changing things himself, because he would never have any bias. He would be able to change things in fucking law. He would be able to do so many other things. Why would he not run for office? Why would he not, instead of just going day to day and just beating up random thugs that are like robbers on the street and shit, just like fucking Batman, he could just go higher up, use his publicity to gain political power, and then with great power comes great responsibility, use it. He's in high school, bruh. I never said he had to be president, and even so, he don't need to be the man himself. He could get somebody to do his dirty work, right? He could puppeteer someone, which you could say is immoral, but in the utilitarian mindset, it would make things better. He could fucking get some 35-year-old fucking guy to be like, hey, you're gonna do everything that I tell you to do. And the guy goes, oh, okay. And then he just fucking runs it. If you had the powers of Spider-Man, you might fight crime. You're not gonna be 100% selfless. No one is. You ain't know me. Bitch, oh my god, don't even tell me that if you had Spider-Man's powers, you would just 24/7 just fucking fight crime. You'd just be chugging Red Bulls left and right. Homeless guy on the subway? Guy loitering in front of a McDonald's?
Spidey was given incredible powers, and from nearly day one, he's dedicated his life to using them at nearly every opportunity to help others and not himself. Many heroes do this, but many of those heroes are also billionaires, already in law enforcement, freaking gods with subjects and kingdoms, magical overlords who can conjure whatever they need, space adventurers who get to go and do things that most people couldn't dream of, kings or otherwise leaders of their own.
I'm gonna say this right now, Rocket's a cooler superhero than Spider-Man. If you had to get rid of, I swear to God, if you just gave Rocket his own movie, he would be cooler than Spider-Man. Like, his backstory's cooler. He's a fucking raccoon that got tested on, and like they gave sentience to, and then basically tortured and like used, and it was like this whole, it's so much more philosophical. It's so much more, it's more fucking emotional. Oh my God. Like, it's just a better story. It's a better story than the fucking boring ass Peter Parker,
who never even had a choice when it comes to living an ordinary life. And it's that last one that you should really focus on for this, because Peter Parker does have the option of a normal life like you or me, or even a better life through the self-serving use of his own powers and natural intellect. Yet he consistently sacrifices his own potential for a comfortable and carefree life to help people. Even people who hate him and would otherwise wish him dead, or...
Okay, I will give you this. On the context of a hero, Spider-Man may be the best hero book to book. But he's not the coolest superhero. He might be the most hero superhero, but he's not the coolest superhero. And even on top of that, yes, he might be the most selfless and most this, most that, most that. He also has not changed the world as much as other heroes. There have been heroes, even in the Marvel universe, that have done much more than him. Doctor Strange. Iron Man, but they kind of loop him in, right? So like now like Tom Holland, Spider-Man's kind of like following after. You know the worst hero? I'll say this, and I think we could all agree on this. Hawkeye. Fucking sucks cock. Worst hero in the world. You're telling me he somehow lived through this shit? One bullet kills his ass. He's literally just good with a fucking bow and arrow. He's the equivalent of Katniss Everdeen in fucking superhero world, right? Like, if we threw Katniss Everdeen, which is literally Hawkeye, into like any Avengers movie, she dies, right? So does Hawkeye, right? I don't know how he ever lives. And he like lives this great life afterwards too. Like, bro, he never takes a bullet. Like, you're telling me one of these weird fucking, he doesn't get shot. He doesn't fucking run out of air. He never runs out of arrows, right? He never runs out of arrows. It's like, I remember there's one scene, and I feel like my editor would have to fucking throw this up if this becomes a YouTube video. There's this one scene in, I think, oh my God, which Avengers movie is it? And they're standing on top of a building, and he's going like this, and just shooting arrows. And in the scene, you see like 5 arrows in his fucking quiver, But he just, for hours, just slinging them. Just fucking sling. Is there a fucking portal? Is there a Doctor Strange portal? And we have one of the fucking people from Shang-Chi just shoving arrows through a fucking portal for fucking Hawkeye to rip him out of his quiver? Are they just infinitely spawning and he just never runs out of them? His quiver makes arrows. Where's the matter coming from? Is it pulling matter from thin air? You're so incredibly incorrect, it surprises me. How? Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. I understand if I post this video on YouTube, it's gonna get so many dislikes because there's so many fucking Spider-Man Glazers in my chat. And I'm not dissing you guys. I love my chat. If you want to be a Spider-Man Glazer, be a Spider-Man Glazer. However, if you're wrong. Tell me why. Right? Comment why. Right? Not just, you're so wrong. I'm fucking bitching about Hawkeye right now. You're wrong. How? You don't understand the characters. Yeah, I guess I'm just stupid. I just don't get it. I'm one of those people that wouldn't understand Rick and Morty. I'm too dumb. Spider-Man is bounds above Hawkeye. If anybody, you know what's crazy too? Is there some kid that just has a Hawkeye poster in their living room? Oh my God. I'll diss any hero, right? I'm a Venom dick rider, but there's problems with Venom. There's problems with Deadpool. I'll talk about them, right? I'm not because we're watching a video about fucking Spider-Man, but I'll shit on Deadpool for a little bit if people want me to shit on Deadpool. I love Deadpool though, right? Obviously, yeah, I'm a little biased because I have heroes that I like more, but I don't hate Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I go watch the new Spider-Man movies. I saw the newest one with Tobey Maguire in theaters twice.
The guy has so little, less than many of us in developed countries do. His parents are dead or vanished. His father figure was murdered and left for dead in the street. He lives in one of the most expensive cities on the planet with a job that barely allows him to make ends meet, with only a small handful of off and on-again friends or relationships. Most of the people who quote-unquote know Peter either think he's a huge slacker because he's never on time anywhere, or that he's too focused on being a hero to ever settle down and have a true family.
Go win a poker match, buddy! Retire your fucking aunt! Yeah, fight crime! Go join a high-stakes poker game, use your fucking spidey senses, get $10 million, and then fucking retire your family that works so hard and you love them so much. What if he doesn't fucking want to? Well, then he ain't that selfless then, is he?
When he sees you about to lose your wallet in a mugging, he sacrifices his paycheck and potentially his job to rescue you. And when your loved ones are in danger and about to be engulfed in fire or rubble, he's willing to lose his girlfriend, be evicted, or lose the respect of a colleague, all so that you still get to hug your daughter, son, father, or parent the next day. He doesn't just give to us the benefits he could have.
Does he not burn?
He sacrifices his own life as Peter Parker. We've seen so many heroes willing to die in the line of duty saving lives, but Spider-Man isn't just ready to die for you. He's ready to live his ordinary life as Peter Parker in a constant struggle for you. What little he has, he gives freely, offering no condition, demanding nothing, not even admiration, respect, or goodwill in return. Peter Parker, the Spider-Man, is not just so good because he's the best person in each of us, but because he's the best person we hope and pray will be out there in the world, ready to rescue us, ready to jump in front of certain death to save us, ready to plant his— Okay, fine. Oh my god, he's making too much sense right now. I can't battle it anymore. Fine. I don't think he's the best super— Yes, he's the heroist hero. More than any idyllic super being or jacked up mutant, Spider-Man is a true hero, a title he doesn't even ask for, even while he breaks every benchmark for self-sacrifice and selfless behavior. And what pulls all of this together? It's all his choice, and it is not an easy one. Again and again, we see Spider-Man debating with himself, fighting with his better half to become someone who can look after themselves first and the world second. He struggles, he agonizes, he feels the emptiness of each aspect of his own personal life that he sacrifices to us to be a hero for us, and he suffers the loss of his regular life with the same pain that we would if we were. This is partially the reason why he feels so relatable and yet at the same time so idyllic. And yet, when the cards are dealt, the choice is difficult, who would you bet on over Spider-Man to be a hero who selflessly and instantly throws himself between you and your troubles?
Oh, that was a good video. That was a good video, dude. He fucking wrapped that up in the end there. Spider-Man's the best superhero because he tries to save everybody. He's one of the few heroes who would die to save your life. See, yeah. He's the greatest. He's the heroest hero, right? I can get behind that. This, though, is like every Marvel character. Like every character. Like, that's literally every Marvel character. Iron Man did that in Endgame. That was a good video, though. Chat, we're calling that there.